All right, we're back. CK Danger Zone Underground Crabs. Super quick video. Gang, welcome back. Appreciate everyone liking, subscribing, checking out the videos again. Appreciate that. All right, let's get to it. All right, so the Warhawk you can throw 3 different ways. The Warhawk Assassin, throw 3 different ways. Like I do it where I set up here, throw, or you can set down here, or you can literally just, you set it like here, boom, throw. That's one way. The other way, grip set, and you're down here, boom. That's a tilt. So you can see how it's tilted. It's not flat like that. Now the other way, third way, this is the baby steps on this. This is the baby step right here. Not straight down, but see how we turn our hand like that? All the way to the back wall. No set on these. Decision doesn't matter. Decision doesn't matter. There's no set. We're just grabbing them. The whole point is letting you know this is advanced. That's the elite level. The next level is advanced down here starting because you have a tilt. You have a tilt, bam. Or the beginner level where I'm showing you today, I would suggest start here and just learn to hit the back wall. Learn to hit that back wall in the bottom base, right in here. That's where you want to hit, right in there. Right in there, maybe a half inch out, maybe. And just fire away. Just fire away, fire away, fire away. And I mean, maybe throw a couple, maybe 100 rolls a day at it. Totally teach yourself, a different landing zone. Just like when you practice your regular landing zone, Practice this one. Hope this mic's working. I didn't check it. Do hundreds and hundreds a day. Probably 100 a day, maybe 200. That way it'll become your landing zone. Then once you have that landing zone down, then you can see, that was a really good one. Once you have that landing zone down, you can switch it up once you're comfortable with that and move it to here where you got to tilt. Then throw. That was a horrible throw. Dice are sliding around in my hands. That's another reason why I use that when I bring it in like this, because it helps me to be able to keep them, in line in my hand better, through the process, of delivering them, So there's the next level here. Start here. Hitting that same area. That's all you want. Work that same area. Again, don't even worry about a decision. We're not setting the dice. We're just grabbing them and ripping. Again, here's the angle. Right there. That is an advanced throw. That is an advanced throw. I would suggest not to start with that. I would suggest to start with this right here. Nice and flat to the table, but angle it the way you're going to throw. So you're not going to do any twisting or any fancy shit. Begin with nothing fancy. Just learn to hit, learn to throw diagonally into the wall. So you're learning new muscle memory instead of the muscle memory of throwing straight down. You're kind of throwing straight, but you're throwing out. You're throwing out like that. That's what you want, gang. Simple, quick lesson. Just trying to keep it under 5 minutes. I'm right there. Okay, so we'll show you all 3. Here's my way. All the way in. At the end, the dice turned over. I didn't like that because as they're rolling, the dice goes that way. I want them to go like that way. When they're flying, to split this way, not split the other way. You're giving it too much twist when they're going that way. So again, see if we can get a better one there. I got a little bit too much. It's turning over, but that'll work too. It'll work. You just got to be careful because it'll expose you to that 6-1 inside 7, the way we throw this, because we use 5-4, 4-5, 3-5, 5-3s. We use all those. 6-3, 3-6, 4-2, 2-4. We use all those because that's what goes with this dice set. Then the next one, the advanced, you start off here, throw it down, get the decision. Boom. Beginner level again. We're back at the beginner level. Right here. Boom. Directly at the target. And that was a really good strike. That was a dice set for 1, 5, using the 5, 4, 4, 5 game. The camera's getting ready to cut out, and that means we got to go. A nice little short one for you. Try to keep it at 5. Again, start off at the beginner. Start at the beginner. Right here. Right there. You see more hit down there? That's what you want to do. Do 100 to 200 a day, because you're going to have to lock in that muscle memory, you know, from your head to your arm. You know, it is an athletic endeavor. So I had to cut this so short game, but keep that in mind. This is just a quick lesson. I'm trying to get myself to do shorter videos because I got so much to say. I've been going so long. Like that. Like that. You know, don't try the way I'm doing. Don't do that at first. There's a reason. There's other reasons why I do that, and I'll go on that later on. That isn't this video. But you have that way I do, and you have the advanced way, like that, or you have the beginner way, like that. You start off the beginner way because you don't want to have all that action you're having happen with your hand and all that shit when you don't even have just throwing, you know, the dice together in the first part. We're going to do a video about that because you got to learn how to throw the dice like this. That's not this video. We're going to do another video. I got a lot of them for you. Trust me. There's a way to throw them. No one really gets into how you throw it like this, and the top people throw them like this. That's why you're not at the top of the food chain unless you were throwing the dice tight like this, gang. Sorry. At least most of the time. You can't throw them like that all the time, but you can 8 out of 10%, 8 out of 10 times. You really can. So again, start off with the beginner. Now I keep saying the same thing, or start off the beginner. Just start right down in there to the table area, right down here. That's your landing area, gang, because you're going to have to get used to. It's just going to be weird. You're going to be thinking about the dice flying around and all this shit squirting around. Don't be concerned with that. Be more concerned about setting the dice, lining it up. That's all this is about. You know, or just grab the dice, line them up, throw them to that area. We'll do another video on how to actually set the dice properly. Where you grab it, and you move your 2 fingers down, then you let it go right to the area. C.K. Danger Song, Underground Craps. Appreciate your time, gang. We'll see you next time on the other side.